I'm Amrutha, this is Shivam, and we're with Structured, and today we're going to be showing you all something that we have never shown publicly yet. And this is a live demo, so if something goes wrong, be sure to point it out. So this is Preswald, which is an AI code editor specific for data teams. So you can think of it as a GitHub Copilot, but it has knowledge of like your data sources, the schemas, the metadata, the lineage. And so when you're doing transformations, building new metrics, you can use Preswald to help you do that in an independent way. So for this demo, we're actually going to be using like a data set from the US government. This is the Earthquake Hazards Program data set, and it tracks like seismic activity and earthquakes from all over the world. And so we're going to show you how quickly you can build a data stack end-to-end using Preswald. So you can come into VS Code here and hit Generate Data Stack, and as you can see, it scaffolds like different files and folders for you, and you can ask a question like, hey, I want to connect the USGS like hazards API and extract like ingest data from that into my local Postgres instance. So you can see that it understands the existing models that are there, generates like code for you, and then if you actually go to the folders, you can see that it's created like all the steps of the data engineering pipeline. And you can see it's actually created this main.py for ingesting the source. So now if you want to actually like run this, it's just like running like a simple like Python command. So you can just run Python ingest. There it is. But you can actually show like the pSQL Postgres. So you can actually like see that the data was actually there. So you can see earthquakes table got created there. And even like this is real time, so these are like live earthquakes that are happening around the world or showing up in this table. The next step is like generating like a visualization. So if you go to the command palette and hit generate visualizations, you can see that like this visualization code also gets created. And so then like running this like results in you can see that like the visualization pops up on a separate file, on a separate page once you run this. Live demos.
Live demos.
Yeah, so you can see that like it like figured out like, okay, what's like an interesting metric that can come from this. So it's like figuring out, let's see, what did it come up with? Like the time of the earthquake and the magnitude. So each one of these like tabs is like a separate, each one of these tabs is like a separate graph that it created. So you can also see like what the frequency of different magnitudes of earthquakes are and like all kinds of insights. So the beauty of using a tool like this is, you get the flexibility of being able to like edit the code and like, really have the full customizability but of like writing with code, but you get the like speed that you would from a traditional BI tool. And so if you're interested in trying this out, just like email us. We'll give you early access to Preswald. You can be some of the first people to try this out. Thank you.
Awesome. We got time for one question. Oh no, it worked. It works? Nice.
Wiseman score 5.2.
One question?
How do you test that the mapping was correct?
So what was that?
You mentioned that you check data schema, and how do you test that data mapping was correctly made?
Yeah, so if you want to like get like really accurate responses, like what you do is like set up like database connections. So maybe you might have data in a Snowflake or a BigQuery, maybe like a bunch of different Postgres tables. So what you can do is like set up like database connections, and like what we do is like pull the metadata. So we don't pull any actual like rows of the data, but we understand the shape, the like how are these like fields connected to each other? Where did this field come from? How is this computed? And so that's all like context that our model has when we do like all of our chat and autocomplete features.
What if the data is dirty?
That's a great question. So, oftentimes like organizations like don't have like super clean cut data. This is actually something that we help solve, like tech debt reduction for data teams. So the most common form of dirty data is like, you have like fragmentation in the models, or you have several models that represent the same thing. So because we're like indexing over all of this, like we're actually able to like find that, like where that fragmentation is emerging and surface that to you so that you can like, reduce those tables if you need to.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you.